Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Holistic Cannabis Show, where I am always your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and with my wonderful co-host
Henderson.
He's Henderson today. All right, Henderson, let's go, Henderson. Let's start this show. All right, so for everyone who does not know how to save the show or come back and watch the show later, Mr. Henderson is going to give you all the details, plus how to call in, and we're giving away special prizes that we got from the Cannabis G4 Live Bud Tender Awards Convention. So we'll
There's
have
some cool stuff in there too.
Some great handouts. So for the callers, so what's the number and how can we watch the show?
All right, you want to win anything in this candy dish, anything in this dish, 470-251-4647. Call that number. I'm telling you, man, we got some good stuff in this here. All right, now, for those of you who want to go back and watch it later, you can go to your internet browser, www.statusnetwork.net. Put that on your computer. Look for the Holistic Cannabis Show on Manifest TV. All right. If you on Instagram, manifesttv.status, Facebook, Status Network LLC, Periscope and Twitter, status_network_. If you got an Amazon Fire Stick or a Roku, you're going to look for Status Network, look for Manifest TV, look for the Holistic Cannabis Show. If you're on YouTube, find us on Manifest TV, look for the Holistic Cannabis Show.
That's right.
And get you some of this stuff out this dish right here, 470-251-4647. Stuff good.
That's good. All right, so y'all heard it. All right, so give us a call so you can win something out of the dish. We also have a wonderful lineup. The show's topic today is cannabis and education. We're also going to be talking about the primary elections tomorrow. So if you are in the state of Georgia and you have not gone out to vote, this is the last day for early voting. Go ahead and make your decisions. We can't tell you which way to vote, but I got my locks for who. You know who I'm talking about, right, Mr. Henderson?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no names.
That's your person.
I just gave y'all a clue, Georgians. All right. So let's start the show. So we have a wonderful, exciting topic. Again, medical cannabis and education. We brought along some handouts and materials to talk about our school, our classes that is teaching you all about the cannabis industry.
All
right. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about what I teach. So I teach the medical portion of cannabis. There's a lot of people who don't understand what cannabis is and how you use it for your body. Therefore, we will need to add in the medical cannabis health coaching. So we have two different programs. We have the 5-week comprehensive medical cannabis class, and then we have, again, the medical cannabis health coaches, which tells you all about how to become a medical cannabis health coach, what a medical cannabis health coach is, and of course it's a prerequisite to take the first course, which is a 5-week comprehensive cannabis course, because you need to have all of the ins and outs, and we teach you everything from seed to sale. So beginning with the history, we talk about the the origins of cannabis, where it came from. We talk about the laws in your state, and we teach all over the United States. So we're in all 50 states. We're the first trade school in Georgia, but we teach all over online. So if you're interested and you want to take the class, you can take the class. Again, we talk about everything from seed to sale, the origins of cannabis, the history behind it, the laws. Then we go into the labs, the medical portion, why cannabis do what it do, how it performs homeostasis in the body, how there's already cannabis in our bodies. There's actually cannabinoids in our bodies. All right, and we also offer other classes through the Gift of Life Community Home, such as the computer, the financial credit restoration with Mr. Henderson. He also teaches business. We have etiquette, the health coaching, of course. You can't be a cannabis health coach without knowing the origins of health coaching, so you get that.
Right.
Medical cannabis, which is the 5-week comprehensive, the fitness class, tutorials for students that are in school or trying to take their SATs, cooking, gardening. We do the Teeny Weeny Teen Fitness Program.
Teeny Weeny Teens.
So for the summer, all these classes are going to be available. And Mr. Henderson, what is that? Music as healing.
Music as healing,
That's right. People did not know there are frequencies that help the body to start a healing in their bodies. And we can get into that. Women's call, that's the women's call, no, that's supposed to be women's defense classes. All right, so that's the women's, handgun defense classes. And we also have aromatherapy, natural hair and skin classes, natural first aid, food allergies, first time home buyer. All right, so if you have never bought a home, we want to encourage you. This is almost the right time, right, Mr. Henderson?
Right, because there are programs that assist you with your down payments, your closing fees. They'll give you money if you sign up for these programs,
right,
and take a first-time homebuyer class.
That's right. All right, so we do have a course catalog you get when you enroll. So the classes are different depending on which courses you're going to take. So if you give us a call, you can get the details of those courses. So a little bit about Pharmacology University, and then I'll go into the details about the Gift of Life Community Home, because now they're in joint alliance. So the history is Pharmacology University is a company with more than 12 years of experience in educational system focused on medicinal cannabis. So they've been doing this way a long time ago. And they were born in Texas, so this originated in the state of Texas. That's where I was educated. And since then, they've had the challenge of transforming the social stigma of medicinal cannabis with the best tools in the world, which is education. Their educational products have reached different states and countries such as Texas, Georgia, Florida, Arkansas, Nevada, Oklahoma, Colorado, Arizona, Washington, California, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Argentina, Peru, and Mexico, among others. So we're, having footprints all over the U.S. and South America. So we're excited about that. And then the islands. During this wonderful journey, we asked ourselves a question: does society deserve a complete educational system that will prepare the leaders for the unstoppable industry? And so we found the answer, and that answer is chronically ill patients need excellent growers. They need chemists, they need dispensary technicians, they need lawyers, they need doctors, they need entrepreneurs to help change the archaic cannabis laws and to help them improve the quality of their life. In addition to our seminars and our consulting services, we now offer the 5 weeks degree program in cannabis science that will allow us to form and to prepare a group of professionals that will become the next generation of leaders for the medicinal cannabis space. All right, so we're trying to educate everybody. There's not just one type of job in the cannabis industry. Everybody wants to sell CBDs, right? And unfortunately, it's becoming a little saturated. You can find a CBD shop on every corner. We're kind of trying to steer away from that because there's so many patients. There are so many people who are actually dying from different disorders that cannabis can actually help in the ailment, and you will learn all of that information in our courses. So the mission is to be compassionate, educational, and prospective, with the intention of providing our students with the most complete information available about the medicinal cannabis industry. All right, through a complete curriculum designed for professionals, entrepreneurs, and potential patients. So this is also for patients, and we give a really gracious discount for all of the patients who enroll in the class, because we understand that having this knowledge can help them to gain a clearer understanding of their own health and how to help themselves with an alternative to whatever the treatment is that they have. We also illustrate the current legal status in each region to promote respectful and ethical access to medicinal cannabis. We encourage the rise of this emerging industry that provides important contributions to health through the configuration of a well-informed public about the subject. All right. Our vision is to be the first provider of education in the medicinal cannabis industry in the state and countries that have legalized its use, and to turn our educational seminars into the precursor par excellence in the advance in the matter and the regions where we are present. So all over where we're present, we want to just make sure that we're providing industry leaders. I'm talking about exceptional training. Myself personally, my students know that I quiz them over and over again, and I want them to be able to have a decent and a mature conversation about cannabis and to advocate. So we not only teach them how to be leaders, we teach them advocacy so that they may be able to understand the laws and be able to change the laws according to their significance in the industry. So everyone in every job is significant in the cannabis industry. All right, so additionally, there will be an institutional authorized by local governments to certify those who meet the training requirements in the different areas related to cannabis industry, either in company or with other educational institutions or independently. And with saying that, we have had in the past a joint contract agreement with Clayton State University, the Gift of Life Community Home, with an alliance with the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science to provide the curriculum to those schools for the education that we provide. So we are very, very versed and very well trained in the industry, so that we are able to teach at that level, giving out continuing educational credits, certifying through the American Association for Drugless Practitioners, and for our holistic cannabis health coaches, and certifying dispensary technicians, and hopefully in the future working with other colleges to perform the cultivation classes. So at Pharmacology University, aka Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science, education, investigation, and medicinal engagement have always been a priority. So today our students, our faculty, and staff come from around the world in online classes, platforms, seminars, and research partnerships. And the publications help us to collaborate on a global scale. So we're doing this big, major, in all parts of the world, hopefully, spreading with other colleges who are coming forward. Now, this is also a franchise opportunity. So if you're not in a position to or want to joint venture, you can create or build your own franchise, and there is a fee that we can talk and discuss about getting that started for you. The staff, the doctors, the pharmacists, the chemists, the chemical pharmacists, engineers in our seminars and virtual education programs continually expand our learning horizons and ensure we stay connected with top research, talent, and opportunities in the future. So anything that changes, anything that's outdated in our courses or our material, we give you as a student a lifelong, as long as we're around, to be able to give you continuing education. Once you pay your money, you're forever students. You'll forever be able to come back to any of the courses, to repeat any of the classes that you think you missed or you want more information about. So that's an exceptional opportunity. Also, with the e-learning program, which is online, we offer extensive catalog of distance education that allows anyone to learn from the best in the field of medicinal cannabis around the world. Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science and the Pharmacology University offers flexible online learning opportunities for career development and personal growth. It is committed to making education accessible by delivering programs, courses, workshops through online options that provide top quality medical cannabis training by educators of first quality. All right, so again, we do offer some great information, quality information that you can use in the future and with your career going forward. So again, our mission is to offer you integral education. You do not need experience or previous education or training. So you can come in a GED, a graduate, high school dropout. It doesn't matter as long as you're over 18. We're trying to expand to the other secondary educational levels, or other educational levels like seniors in high school who may be wanting to go into this field, but don't have permission. So we'll probably try to do something towards like 16 to get permission from the parents in order to provide this education, because again, this is a medicinal course. We're going to be learning the whys behind cannabis and why it's important to learn how to consume, because when they're getting it from the streets, they're not getting the correct dosage. They're just taking anything. They don't know how to lab test it. They don't know what's in it. And that could be the fatalities that we don't want to see with our young people. So again, we offer the 5-week courses, which flexible in their schedules, so they can pick a schedule. Is usually on Saturdays, but we're expanding to hire more instructors. And if you are interested in becoming an instructor, you've taken the classes, we would like for you to go ahead and sign up. Employment opportunities in the cannabis industry around the world. So we help with the internships that we offer, and then we have connections with other cannabis industry workers or employment opportunities that we can connect you with. Choice of visitation to cultivation and extraction centers in Georgia. Now, so there's not very many in the state of Georgia at this time. That's why we're encouraging other people that look like us to go out here and start your extraction, start your labs, learn how to get this education, because there are none. There's probably one lab in all of Georgia that can test cannabis, okay? So we are also helping those who pass all of the courses to get their degree. And then we have various locations in the United States and South America. Again, of course, if you're in Oklahoma, you want to take a class in Oklahoma, you can either take it online with us, or you can choose to take it in the state of Oklahoma if there is a school available. All right, so now enrolling, we have a membership program. If you become a member of the Gift of Life Community Home, which is our nonprofit, you will receive a 10% off discount. and you will receive a discount. In your monthly fee. So that's tax free. All of our classes, you can write them off, so they become free because they are making a donation to take the courses, and that makes it worthwhile. If I know I'm taking a class and it's free, I'm gonna take that class and take it over and over and over again until I'm excited about the class. So we do have a course syllabus. A course catalog, which includes everything and all the classes that we have at the Academy and the Gift of Life Community Home. And so we just want you to know that we have extended a special. So for the first 10 people who are enrolled in the class, they get a free book. So that is one free textbook valued at $165. So I know y'all want to get this textbook. I mean, this is like the Cannabis Bible. I mean, it's literally everything in here. Recipes. There's a section on lab testing. There's a section on what else is in there? It's everything is in there.
Lab testing, history.
Right. How to cultivate
cultivations,
the good processes and procedures of the cannabis and everything. All right. And for those who've taken this class, I want to throw in this course to the first 5 people, free textbook. All right. So not the class, but the textbooks, which are worth more, I think, than anything that we have to offer, because you can always go back and look over that information. So that's almost like your lifeline of resources. All right. All right, so Mr. Henderson, we have some special birthdays this month.
Some very special birthdays.
Let's tell the world who the birthday people were this month.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Happy birthday to my son, to our son, Norman Timothy Henderson III.
Yeah.
Friday was officially Trade Day.
Trade Day. That's
It was also my mother's birthday.
Yay.
And the anniversary of the time that she passed away. She passed away in May. Happy birthday, though, Mother.
Happy birthday. Heavenly birthday.
Joyce Henderson.
All right, so we have some other birthdays. Do you have some more birthday people this month?
It was my grandfather, Reverend T.M. Henderson. He had a birthday. Granddad. It was also Taylor and Tyler,
okay,
my niece and my nephew,
right?
Their birthday.
All right.
Was in May. Boom, 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 boom.
All right.
Let me see here. Oh, my mother's parents.
Oh.
Their birthday was in May.
All right. May Day.
It was going down in May. It was going down in May, boy.
Right. All right. So since we've been away, the show, we didn't get to talk about May being Mental Health Awareness Month, and so mental health is very dear to all of us, especially those who served in the military. I think everybody has a little bit of mental health this time of the year. It's Mother's Day. And
I know somebody that didn't have no mental health issue.
Who?
That boy that shot up that grocery store in Buffalo.
Oh, Lord.
That boy that had no mental health issues.
Rest in peace to all of those people, those lives that were lost. We have a photo of those individuals.
And check this out. When the police got there and cornered him, y'all heard what I said. Got there and cornered him.
Yeah.
He was arrested without incident. You know how many unarmed people that look like me
that would have got killed?
Murder. Yeah. You caught with the gun in your hand.
Yeah.
He had his weapons in his hand.
That's bad. That's in America. And
so we definitely watching this case right here.
Right, but we can understand that because look at cannabis. Look at a medicine that the federal government has legalized and prohibited people from being able to have safe access, which is a constitutional right, to alternative medicine. And I mean, I don't understand.
But I'm just wondering, is it the federal government's fault of what's happening between law enforcement and citizen? Or has the institution of law enforcement been hijacked about someone with ulterior motives, maybe trying to trying to drive a country to some type of domestic war, or is it a much darker, larger system at play? And these things are being perpetrated at a state level, and not so much at a federal level. That's my question about the federal government's role in all of this.
I wish we had somebody from the feds to call us. What's the number?
The number, if you got any insight, it's 470-251-4647.
There you go.
Tell me about it.
Right.
And when you call, you're going to get something out of this little bucket.
That's right.
It's a lot of good stuff in this bucket.
It is.
Let me see. Very good stuff in that bucket.
That's all right, so y'all, voting. All right, so we need to go ahead and get out to the polls. Oh, we got somebody to call in. Oh,
let's see.
Let's see
who wants something out this bucket. Holistic Cannabis Show.
Hi, how are you?
All right, how are you?
This is Katrina Johnson.
Hi, Miss Johnson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Great. I'm Paula. I want something out of the basket.
Okay, that's
yes,
right.
ma'am.
Okay,
yes,
so
ma'am.
What we got?
Let me see, Miss Johnson. We got something from Hollowed Leaf. That's very good.
We got some HHC.
Some HHC.
We have some Nevada Sunrise.
I think those would be good right there.
You like some gummies?
Oh, the gummies sound wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna bring you some gummies.
And I do agree with what Mr. Henderson was saying about the incident that happened in Buffalo.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if it were on. I think law enforcement has been hijacked.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because it's just too evil.
I think what happened, the Klan went underground. And they went into law enforcement. They went into judges. They went into becoming, people who were in higher places that could inflict more pain on people that look like me.
Yes.
So I agree with that 100%.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Johnson, how do you suppose that we as a group of people deal with that situation?
First of all, we as a group of people got to learn to deal with us. I mean, our children, our children
it starts at home.
are not delayed gratification. They want everything right now.
Yeah.
Our families, because of the economic situation, with both parents working, they're not investing enough in the children, and that's what makes the gangs so attractive to the children, to the youth. And I think it's that gang mentality that we see happening. That's why it's so much shooting. So it's just we've got to go back to the old-fashioned ways. We've got to spend time with families. We need to begin eating at the table together and sharing our day's experiences together. You know, when I grew up, I'll tell you, I'm 70. So when I grew up, we came home from school, we did our chores, Mama got dinner ready, we all sat around the table and ate. And at that time, we shared what went on during the day. We connected. Everybody needs a place to belong. And because the family is not the place to belong anymore, I think that's what's caused the problem.
That's deep.
That was deep. That was so true. I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that through the phone, Miss Johnson. You are so
right, Miss Johnson.
You are absolutely right. Because that's where they get the nourishment that they need. That's where they get their, and we're talking about from a holistic standpoint. that's like one of the hierarchy needs. You need to feel loved. You need to feel that.
Yeah.
If they're not feeling that at home where it matters, they're getting it from outside.
Out the streets, where it don't matter.
Where it don't matter. And they doing any and everything to get into these gangs, and I don't know. But I do agree with what you said totally, wholeheartedly. Thank you so much, Ms. Johnson. You are a wonderful person. I love you so much. You teach me a lot. So, yes, ma'am.
My friend and I started a business. It's B&J Pathways to Success in corporate. And what it is, we're certified anger management specialists. What I'd like to see happen is to be able to teach these anger management techniques to our youth, because they don't know how to deal with, anger. They don't know, and they don't understand that it can go from 0 to 10 in a little bit. Yeah. But then it can also be stopped. There are alternatives, and that's one of the things I'd like to see happen.
So maybe the parents who have children in school should get involved with maybe like their school PTA or something like that, and actually get with the school board and have this as a class, as a requisite class. You
have the mandatory class, right?
A lot of the school districts, they took out things that will help the youth to be able to get better acclimated after education, right? So like you have the Votech training, where you teach you mechanics, teach you how to do a beauty shop, teach you how to do babysitting. They trades, right? So they would give the kids trades so that when you graduate, number one, you had a industry that was waiting on you because you were educated. You had other trades that you could do that took up your time, and it was some well-respected jobs at the end of that. They took out financial education. We used to have home economics. We used to have, multiple years of home economics. How do you balance a checkbook? What does credit mean? So when I talk to people and they say, oh, well, my parents never taught me about finances, you had a piece of it in school, but now they don't really put that into schools anymore as well. So as the kids get out of school, there's nothing to look forward to. No industry is waiting on them. No parental involvement. So they have very little coping skills except for what they see at home, what they've been exposed to on social media, and what they see the other kids doing. Ain't no barrier to protect them right there.
That's right. That's right.
I agree with everything you just said, Ms. Johnson.
I agree. Well, we're going to keep praying. We're going to keep praying for our young people. And we'll find a solution.
Yes,
with the help of the Lord.
Well, we're right. Well, we have another solution, which is getting them, on some job training, getting them on those vocational classes that Mr. Henderson was talking about, and ensuring that the nonprofits and the communities are doing their due diligence. Just like you said, you're certified in anger management. We need to get those classes to these students, and as soon as they get out of school, we don't need to wait for them to be out of school. We need to be there, at the schools, get the approach to schools, right? Because the programming starts in the Institution for Social Control. It's either the school system or the prison system. So it's one or the other. Right. They either gonna or be dead. The mortuary makes a lot of money on it too. So
right.
Y'all see the wheels turning. That might not be a bad idea. I think the gift of life and NTH credit might just be heading up a joint venture with some of these prison institutions to give them some financial literacy down through there.
There you go. That's the way.
There you go.
So when you get out of jail, your credit is good. You got you some money, you can go start your business. Maybe a lot of the dads that's incarcerated wouldn't feel so uncomfortable or out of place upon release from incarceration until they'll have a trade, a skill, and something that they can add of value to be an active participant in the role of the household. But they're going to need some anger management. They're going to need some mental health dealers. You know, some of these guys have been in prison 5-10 years. It's not the same on the outside as it was when you went in, my brother. So you're going to need you some training. You're going to need you some way to get acclimated. Even all the way down to the military people who go abroad and come back. They're going to need some kind of intervention in there. And if it's one thing that I know that our government circle is slow on, is intervention.
Right. You're right.
But they keep sending these billions to everybody else.
Yeah, that's another thing I take issue with. We got people on the street here. We got people starving. We got food insecurities. We got food deserts. And yet you can find all this money to send overseas to these people who are not even a part of the United Nations.
Right. Wow.
You know.
That's deep.
That's deep.
That troubles me.
That's troubling, Ms. Johnson. Now, do you have a certain candidate that you are gearing more towards? You don't have to tell us, but you know, we're trying to, you know, give everybody the options to learn about each of the candidates, because we know Kemp. We've had him for all these years. We've seen what he did. Do you think it's time for him to let the seat go, leave it alone, and let someone else take the torch?
My personal opinion, I don't think he should have gotten the seat to start with.
Okay.
That his commercial says we're gonna beat Stacey Abrams again, and I told my son, "Yeah, you want to cheat Stacey Abrams again."
Wow.
By him being in the position he was as Secretary of State, he should have recused himself from that position before he even decided to run. That's the thing of integrity to do. Yes. So that tells me off the bat there's no integrity there.
Yes. All right. Well, we thank you again for calling. We do have a special prize for you, and we will talk to you after the show. All right.
All righty. You take care.
Do you want to shout anybody out before you go?
Beg pardon?
You want to shout anybody out that's listening, or any of the viewers, or wish this person a special happy birthday?
Oh yes. I wish little Henny a special happy birthday.
Yeah, that's my boy.
We had a good time yesterday. So thank you so much, Ms. Johnson. We appreciate you.
All righty. Take care.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
Man, that was deep.
That was deep. All right. So we have a quick video, and we want to hear from some more callers on the topic of education, what person can do to help combat the youth. And we want to hear from you. You have the number. Give us a call.
HHC, it's new, people keep talking about it, it's a whole new thing. So what it's defined as, what HHC stands for, is hexahydrocannabinol. What does that mean? Well, I'm glad you asked, and I'm glad you clicked on the video. The best way to describe this, I feel like, is with this perfect description right here, starting in 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Tommy Cass. Have you ever wanted to potentially get high without it potentially showing up on a drug test? Then boy, do we have the product for you. HHC, the new and improved product that can potentially get you high without potentially showing up on a drug test with the same results as Delta 8 and Benefits. Are you kidding me? Coming to a store near you very soon. All jokes aside, HHC is basically the in-between of THC and Delta 9 and Delta 8. So what I mean is, if you've got THC right here, Delta 9 right here, D8's here, HHC's right here. So you're still gonna get the same benefits of Delta 8, where it's gonna be more geared. Like, you can, right? It might be different, but you can get the same benefits of Delta 8, where it's more geared towards relaxation and all those kind of things. However, it's gonna be more potent than Delta 8 is. So building on that, when I'm talking about it being more potent, right? So HHC is considered, now that it's so new, right? So there's all these things that are gonna come out, and we're still learning about it. That's why I want to make this video, and why I want to bring this to you guys, is it's because it's new. And as we learn about it, we're gonna keep bringing you information on this, and we've got more videos planned, like what's the difference between Delta 8. But the next thing is, it's about 80%, and like I said, they're still doing research on this, but it's about 80% as potent as THC. Some people think it's more, some people think it's less, meaning that that can lead into what is a head high, where you're not gonna get that from Delta 8 unless you take just a ton of it, then you can get a head high. With this, you're more likely to get a head high because it's about as 80% as potent as THC. So you're getting more of those effects while still having the same benefits you would get with Delta 8, you're gonna have those same things with Delta 9 or with HHC, but in addition to a head high. So now let's talk about some of the potential benefits of HHC. So it's similar, right? Like we already talked about, it's similar to THC, so, and it's also similar to D8 and these are D9, but that means it can and may help with pain. If you're someone that has a lot of anxiety and you feel anxious all the time, it can help with that too. It can help with stress, and it also can help with inflammation. So if you're like listening to this video and you're paying attention, you might already be starting to see some of the similarities between HHC and THC and Delta 9 and Delta 8. All these things are close, but there are the signifying differences, like I talked about earlier, with where you're gonna get a head high. So something smaller too with HHC is it's got a longer shelf life than THC does because of the way that it's made. It lasts longer, like it just flat out lasts longer. So that's like if you have it and you're keeping it for a while, it can last a lot longer than something like THC can or even Delta 8. So it's a smaller point, but it does differentiate like between THC and HHC. For instance, if you're someone like me that might not be, smoking HHC or ingesting HHC every day or CBD, D8, D9, any of this stuff, and you're gonna space out your time between taking things longer, that's where it makes sense because you can get it, you can let it sit, you can span it out over a longer period of time where you're not having to go back and buy other stuff because they don't have as long of a shelf life. So if that's how you're gonna look at it, then it might make more sense for you to do, to buy HHC. HHC is rising in popularity really quickly, which is why, once again, we're making this video as we're learning about it. But one of the big contributing factors, aside from still getting the head high along with the same benefits that we talked about earlier, is because it may not, they're figuring out, but what people are believing is it may not show up on drug tests. So you can still get that same head high, but on a standard, we're gonna check on that, conventional 12 panel drug test, you understand what I'm saying? It may not show up. So there's a benefit there because you can get the head high, you can get all those benefits, and it won't show up on a drug test. So if you're someone that needs a drug test for work, whatever it may be, this can be your go-to. So if hopefully this video is helpful for you guys to understand what HHC is, how it works, and what the definition is. The definition only goes so far, like understanding what it actually does and the differences between it and THC. Hopefully all that helps you guys understand what HHC is because it's rising in popularity. Like seriously, it's skyrocketing in popularity, and it's gonna hit the mainstream, especially as governments are going after D8 and D9 to ban it. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're looking for CBD, D8, D9, all these kind of products. And
pull it in. All right.
So, y'all heard it here. What is HHC, right? So that's what the big question is. Who wants to try HHC? We have some HHC right here with us. But first, we're gonna
get this to the next caller. Banana Kush. It's a hybrid.
HHC.
Let's see what's up.
Who's calling?
Let's see what's up on the Holistic Cannabis Show. Come on and get this HHC.
Hello.
Banana Kush.
Thanks for calling the Holistic Cannabis Show. Your name?
Hey, greetings. My name is Brother Dumboy Bay, and I'm excited to be finally back on the show with you two. How you doing?
What's up? What's up, bro?
Hey, thank you guys for what you're doing. I'm an advocate listener, and I want to say thank you for what you guys are doing for the Atlanta area as well as the listeners nationwide. So thank you for what you're doing. I'm excited to be on the show.
Awesome.
Now,
great.
We was just chilling.
Yes, we had a wonderful event this weekend.
With you and your wonderful, wonderful things that you have going on.
Yeah.
Especially the event that we attended with you and Chance.
Yes.
And the crew. Hey, man, it was a good time out here, man. It was a good time out here.
On the rooftop.
Yeah, man, we shut the city down. We was over the rooftop, man. We had probably a combined with our 8 speakers. It probably was over 1.2 million followers and viewers, and you probably had about a good $10 million in the room, and we was giving away some game and real resources because we realized a lot of times when we have these conferences and workshops, our community still leaves with the question of what to do next. Yes. So with your guys' help, you guys sponsored the event, so I want to say thank you for that. You sponsored the mic and the sound system, and you just made sure that the event went smooth. So without you guys' help, the voice wouldn't have been spread as loud as clear as it was. So I want to say thank you for that.
Yes, sir. No problem. No problem. No problem.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So more about these type of events. I understand that you all on a tour.
Yeah. So again, for the listeners who don't know who I am, I'm Dunbar Bay. I actually am a retired professional athlete. I played football, and I'm one of the NFL alumni ambassadors. And we are pushing for change in our community by partnering up with community leaders and businesses and nonprofits when we talk about the engagement and the type of funding we have for social justice. So I took this program under my umbrella, and I really wanted to be an advocate and a voice for those who had no clue about the resources that are available. So with our No Excuse Conference, we're bringing in people like CEO Chan Cessna, who's going to talk about course creation. We brought in Benicia Poole Watson, who's talking about how she was able to own her own bank. We brought in Cooking with Kelly. She's talking about how she is making $1 million and definitely dipping into and saving the hospitality industry. We had Learning with Chelsea. She was talking about how she made over $250,000 buying on Shopify. Wow. We also had our tax accountant there, making sure that your paperwork is right and you understood the importance of having an accountant, a CPA, and somebody to make sure that your taxes are in order. And we had Dr. Tiffany Williams. She was talking about the psychology of business and talking about business credit. We had Kimoy Martin. He was talking about how to start and investing into Airbnb the legit way with zero money. And then, of course, we had you guys there talking about the mental healthness. You guys know the importance of mental healthness. It is May, even though we're at the end of May, when it comes to what you guys are doing with teaching us how to legalize cannabis and the importance of knowing the right type of plant, or if it's an edible, or if it's something you need to rub on, or even thing when it comes to the natural vitamins and the natural herbs that you guys have access to, that's given our community that's always been through some type of mental depression. Now we can actually be in a situation where we can be able to attend and listen to these conferences without leaving with the question, what do I do next? So with this No Excuse tour, we're calling people out. We're making it affordable. When we're letting you come in, and you'll actually have 15 to 20 minutes to ask the hardest questions to people that are actually doing it. So that's the mission of this tour. Right now, we know May through August is the deadliest months for the Black and Brown community when it comes to our young adults between the ages of 17 to 24. So with this tour, we're calling out the local police department. We're challenging our court system to say, if you give us an opportunity to bring these young people in our umbrella, and they listen to some of the people that look like them, or some of the people that's been through situations like them. And what I got out of this meeting was, it was crazy, because over 96% of the people in the room that were women came out of an abusive relationship. And so with this No Excuse Conference, man, I want my brothers to step up and support these women, but we have to open up a communication barrier. We have to now say, what can we do in our communities? Because if we got to worry about the police and the government and different things hurting us, we now got to fix our homes, and we got to learn how to communicate and love. So that's what the No Excuse Conference is about. It's about spreading good news, being around in a more intimate type setting, but where you can take resources and you can be available, and you can have these resources available for you, so you can use them on, the next following day.
Right on.
Awesome. And that piggybacks off of what the last caller was saying about being the home, taking care of the home first, the home setting, allowing the family to communicate, open up in discussion, and, having that dinner talk. Again, going back to that, I need to be at home to have dinner talk with the kids. I need to be able to teach them and train them, and then having the nonprofits to be able and to be a help. And then, of course, having the conferences that you all had this past weekend was great. And we have a photo of that conference and all of the speakers who were available. And we'll show, there they go. There you go, Mr. Dunbar.
Yeah. And I wanted to add, too, unfortunately, we're in a day and time where our Black and Brown, we have been working 2 or 3 jobs where we forget about those 8 hours that we got to spend with our family. So with these No Excuses Conference, the way you grow is finding people that are smarter than you, and you're joint venturing or you're partnering with them, but you're bringing something to the table so they don't feel like you're taking all of the information for free. So we're now trying to teach you how to grow your network by partnering with the right people instead of wasting your time and wasting their time, so we can buy back time, so we can spend more time traveling, vacation, and putting our energy in the right type of programs and the right type of situations. So I think that's the main thing I love about this conference is that you have access to nonprofits, business owners, women, men. We don't discriminate when it comes to success. And so with this conference, we want to now be able to offer something to our government officials, to our city councilmen who are actually begging us to give them some type of resource, or they're asking for nonprofits and business owners to step up to the plate. The funding is there. I couldn't say this before 2019 and COVID, but because of COVID and because of the need of us hiring and training the next best, somebody that can replace us in this world we live in, I think it's time for us to have these type of conferences and discussions on a national scale.
Right. All right, Mr. Henderson, you have anything else you want to add, or do you have something you want to add, Mr. Dunbar?
Mr. Dunbar, we're gonna send you this banana kush right here that was given to us by STNRI Creations. It is a vape device. It is naturally derived hydrogenated hydrocycline distillate. But that's okay now. That's okay because it is natural. It's made from the terpenes. It is non-GMO, CBD hemp derived. So it's all healthy. And if anybody wants information on this product, you can go to www.stnrcreations.com, and there you will see the certificate of analysis there on the page for you to see, and know that this is non-toxic. Right. All right. It is a CBD, so you don't have to worry about the psychoactive part of the cannabis plant. I was just looking at this box, man. It's a nice box too. We're sure gonna get that out there to you. Banana Kush.
All right, and that is also the strain of the day. So y'all heard it here. We're talking about HHC on the video, and so we know that it is called tetrahydrocannabinol.
Yep.
HHC.
It's very good. Very good. I tried that myself.
I know, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
So how did that make you feel?
I liked it that one. It was calming. It was relaxing. I did use it like just before I went to bed, like when I was getting ready to wind down from a long day. A lot of meetings, a lot of phone calls, brain really been active all day. And I just want to calm my brain down, but I don't want to be high from like a THC or edible high. I can use this right here, and it'll relax me. So I appreciate this one right here, and I'm sure you will too, sir.
All right, Mr. Dunbar, you heard that. You got a free gift.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, and I want to challenge the listeners. Until we start sharing good news, we're going to be stuck. So I think it's time for them to share your show, let people know that you have exclusive access to some of the movers and shakers in the city. You have access to the movers and shakers across the world, and talk about what you guys are doing. We got to share this because sharing is caring. And if we don't start sharing positive news, then we're going to have these same excuses about the negative news. So let's start sharing things like this. Your show has been a blessing. The way you guys supported me at the Super Bowl and the way you helped me out with my mental illnesses and found me the right flowers and the right types of things to help me with my anxiety, because I'm an upper, man. I like to have fun. I'm high energy. But again, if I'm exerting all my energy and not knowing what to put or what to take into my body, then it's going to make me drowsy. So I want to say thank you guys for your leadership, and we have to start promoting your show and letting people know that you are for real about helping the community.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Yes, sir. Very good.
And we want to start getting the speakers on the show as well. So one by one, we can have all of them to come on and give their own personal accounts of their own businesses and tell the world how they make money and help the community. So that'll be great to do something like that for the speakers as well.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you got my voice, you got my heart, so let me know what I need to enjoy it. I enjoy the show. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I look forward coming to the show at any time. Just let me know and just shoot me a text, and I'm on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll do. All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That's great.
Yep.
All right. So y'all heard it here. The community is all the way active. We're trying to help the youth. We're trying to help for Mental Health Awareness Month. We're trying to help build the communities and starting from the home. So y'all heard the two callers today, and now we have Mr. Henderson with very special information and news about credit.
Got suckers for the suckers. No, I'm just playing. Well, we talking about this segment right here is brought to you by NTH Credit on behalf of and in conjunction with the Gift of Life to bring you financial literacy. We're going to help you get some money. Keep your credit good, all right? How to fix bad credit on your own. Now say like you want to do it on your own. First thing you want to do is pull a copy of your credit report. Find out where you stand, all right? Then after you get those copies of the credit bureaus, you want to look for errors. You want to look for errors in names, look for errors in amounts, last date reported, all right? All the bills that you have currently that are open, you want to pay them on time. Your light bills, your rents, your electric bills, any little small credit card bills that you have, right? It's never too late to start back fixing your credit, all right? How do you start fixing your credit when you're so far behind the eight ball and trapped in a corner? Pay down your credit card balances. If your credit card balance is $700 and you don't have $700 to pay within a 30-day cycle of reporting, you can break that down. Instead of paying $700, pay $125 if you can.
That's right.
On a $700 balance, then the minimum payment is going to be somewhere between $35 and $45. Make that payment right there so that it starts showing that you're making your payments on time. All right? Time is a part of your credit score. All right? The next thing is to stop the bleeding. All right? That leads to that. All right, to stop the bleeding, that means take control of what you have that's already out there past due and going downhill. Slow that down. All right, and while you're doing that, don't apply for any new credit. Inquiries can hurt you. All right, when you get ready to start working on your credit, you want to go into SaveStream, LexisNexis, just to name a couple of third-party outsources of information. You want to be able to go ahead and opt out of those data sharers from sharing your data, update your personal information, and then go ahead and start your challenges with the Bureau. Now, if any of these processes is too much, we do offer coaching that can help you through that. We can sit down and we can budget your time so that you can get the goal accomplished. If your goal is to purchase a house, maybe your goal is to work on your business credit, okay? Some loans are only made available under personal guarantees, which calls into question your personal credit report. If your personal credit report bad and you're trying to get $1 million move going on, you're not going to get that $1 million move going on. NTH Credit, www.nthcredit.net, 888-959-2093.
Oh, goodness. I almost thought you forgot the number there for a second.
Never that.
Never that. All right. So you heard it again here. All right. So let's go over some news real quick before we go. In the cannabis space. All right. So, yeah, Mr. Henderson, tell them quickly about.
We went to the Las Vegas, Nevada G4 Live. Your boy was in the building with all the movers. You hear me? This guy right here is the guy from Chin Checkers. And what they do is they go around and they host slap fights.
Oh, God.
You've seen this guy knock some jawbones left, right, up, and down.
Okay.
Y'all want to be entertained? Go check out this right here, man.
Laughter is joy, is food for the soul. All right, so we got a chance to meet with Amsterdam University's owner, Ms. Dale Sky. She's a wonderful woman. I'm looking so surprised. I don't think I was hot.
Well, don't feel bad. I look like one of them cardboard cutouts on it. Hi, I'm Normal Henderson.
And she's just looking all nonchalant.
Well, shout out to the people at Amsterdam, man. That was cool. Now, those people right there are some very special people, if not some of the most important people in the Las Vegas cannabis scene. You know why? What they do.
They are bud tenders at Planted 13, one of the largest dispensaries in America. So y'all got to know and shout them out. Pharmacology University And Planet 13, we love you guys. Can't wait to be back to Vegas and see you.
Well, you stop by, tell them that you heard about it from the Holistic Cannabis Show, and they're going to give you a discount on your purchase.
Oh, okay. The many uses of cannabis. So y'all know all the uses, including the fabrics that you can wear. So we were able to see at the conference some shoes that were biodegradable. And so that was really, wow, it was excellent.
Those were some dope shoes.
Yeah, those were shoes, and then they actually biodegrade, and they have seeds in them so that you can
in the
plant
soles
the
of the
seeds
shoes
and remake the hemp. Oh, those were great. We're going to order some of those, and I'll tell y'all about how they work.
Yep.
All right, so this was the conference. This was on Saturday, and it was on Eventbrite. It was Business 101. It had Airbnb information, NFTs and cryptocurrency, real estate investing, the viral market, social media mastery, reels and content, monetizations, digital products, e-commerce, and they were hiring employees, and business finding, generational wealth, scaling your business, and grants. So those were all the beautiful people there. Now, coming up, this is one of my favorite because this involves the youth. This is the Teens and Kids Fashion Week in Atlanta. All right, so if y'all didn't know, they had their own, the Atlanta Kids and Teens Fashion Show is coming up, and we're actually going to be doing a model call after that for our own event. So first of all, get enrolled into this or get your tickets ready for this at Georgia Piedmont Technical College, and you know, hey, show up and support the youth.
Clarkston, Georgia.
All right, so what's going on with the wellness space with you? And
hey, today I was just teaching a yoga class for the building, and then I saw the No Excuses conference. They invited me to come be a part. I learned so much about business credit, about setting up my business and getting everything in alignment, things I've been thinking about. So grateful to connect with other business owners here, share a little bit about healing work and about what magic it means to me. And yeah, check me out on magic.atl on IG.
Awesome. Thanks. It was nice, a pleasure meeting you. And we are going to have this live on the show tomorrow from 5 to 6. So tune in to the Holistic Cannabis Show, and you all will be able to see and view the events that we all experienced today. And it was the No Excuses.
The No Excuses conference. Yes.
There you go. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Man, my God.
All right, so that was the G4. That was all the attendees that were on the inside. They had inside and outside bud tender awards.
Yep, there's a shot of the bud tender awards. Awesome. Mike Tyson did a big thing there.
Yes. Guess who we met? The Pot Brothers.
Yep.
All right, so they were awesome all the way live. And shouts out to our daughter, Miss Nina Henderson.
Yeah. Certificate of Academic Excellence. She graduated last week, man. It was a proud moment. It almost made me cry.
Yeah, you was crying.
Okay, I cried. So what? So what? I cried. I boo-hooed too. Because it was on my mama's birthday.
It was.
And I missed my mama's birthday.
Yeah, it was a really emotional event. So we're very proud of our daughter. So as long as she's making those grades and she's excelling, we're proud of her. And she was on the show because she wrote a book for cannabis for kids. So
the endocannabinoid system for kids.
And that talks about how youth know about medicinal benefits, because her sister and mom had to take it for medicinal purposes, and a lot of people were unaware of the benefits that it has on the body. And because it's an undiscovered in a lot of the medical schools, a lot of people don't teach it. They teach you to stay away from it, but they don't teach you about other drugs to stay away from that are way worse, like alcohol. All right, so I did have a question from one of my callers earlier who said, why won't the whole America, legalize cannabis or in all 50 states? Because in certain states it's legal, like Nevada, Colorado, California, but in other states like Georgia, where it's not legal yet all the way, we were just wondering why won't they do that? And I think myself personally is because they will lose money. It would be a money thing. They would have to expunge a lot of the records for people who they blocked up behind this, and they will lose money in the penal system. And then it will be just, something that they just don't know about. They're uneducated about the way that cannabis is going to stay in your system a long time, because it's actually being used. And the faster things are eliminated out of the body through the liver and through the process of degradation, that those products are being eliminated because they're toxic. All right, such as your alcohol. So you know that alcohol in the body does not last long, but you know that cannabis stays in the fat cells in your body, in the in fat, for up to 30 days. All right, so it's being used in those receptor sites in those places. So enroll in the class. Class starts June the 4th, and we want you to enroll again. We have free books for the first 10 enrollees, free books, and the first 5 for the other class, the medical cannabis health coach. And now we appreciate you all for your time tonight.
Thank you for attending.
Our regular schedule show is every Sunday from 5 to 6, so we hope to see you then next Sunday. Until then.